Welcome! Today I have a Sony Xperia 5 and I'll go through a brief unboxing and an overview of the device. So you get started, you can already see there's the box. The device is in there. I mean, it's already set up, so keep that in mind. And I already went through a unboxing of my own. So as you can see, there's the box, fairly simple one, nothing special there. So let's get this on the side. So number one, you get the device itself in here. So I'm gonna set it to the side for now. And here you get some papers. Basically nothing no one cares about. Everybody knows how to use a smartphone, so no need for instruction. Set that on the side. Then you have a charger, which is actually a Type-C, as you can see. And it's an 18-watt charger. Some tips for the headphones, and then this completely messy cable. I assume it doesn't come like this. This is an outlet version of the device, so I assume someone already unpacked these headphones. That's why they look like that. So let's just set that on the side. Then on the side you also have the converter for the headphones. You can plug them in, considering the phone doesn't actually have any headphone jack. And there's the USB Type-C to Type-C cable. So both ends are Type-C. Hopefully you can see it so I don't have to take out. Okay, so just getting that to the side. There we go, getting rid of that. And there's the phone, so just get that off. And like I said, I already went through the setup of the device, so it's already turned on. So starting off, the first part probably that you can see is the aspect ratio of the device, which makes it look almost like a remote control. It's a 21:9 aspect ratio, which is basically the same as movies have. So when you're watching a movie, you won't have any black bars. It will be filling the entire screen up. And the display itself is a 1080p display. Although with such a small display, it doesn't really, it's not as bad. You can't really see all the imperfections, I would say. So I would say that 4K display or 2K, it's not needed here. So more precisely, this is a 1080 by 2520 pixels, which comes out to be 449 pixels per inch. And the glass itself is a Gorilla Glass 6. And then the frame of the phone itself is aluminum, so not the strongest one comparing it to iPhone. And keep in mind that this phone isn't the cheapest, so whatever I will say, keep that in mind, considering the price tag of almost $650. So it's a 1080p display, OLED. That's probably a key factor in it. Just close all of that. Okay, so then if I actually lock it up, you can get a brief view of how fingerprints look on it, considering it's glass everywhere almost. Has NFC, as you can see right here by the marking, hopefully. It's like right there. Trying to clear that space up so it's better visible, but I don't think it's helping. Okay, so while I'm on the back, you can already see it has a triple camera setup, and all of them are 12 megapixel. So it's a wide telephoto lens and ultra wide lens. And when it comes down to recording, it records at 2160p at 24 or 30 frames. Which I think in their special software that they have for recording, it only goes to 29.8 frames or 23.9 for the cinematic experience. And it also can record at 1080p at 60 frames or 1080p 30 frames with 5-axis gyro ESI, which is the electronic image stabilization that makes the lens move to you're shaking it. So it uses the gyro to detect when how your hand is moving or the phone itself, and tries to adjust to compensate for that. But it's only at, I think, 30 frames, so keep that in mind there. And then when it comes down to front-facing camera, this is a this is an 8 megapixel lens, a wide one, and it records at 1080p at 30 frames with electronic image stabilization. So yeah, now in my opinion the cameras aren't necessarily any great. Like I said, the price tag of the device and the 12 megapixel lenses are not comparable. There is cheaper devices that have better specs than this. Now probably one thing that I also didn't mention is the processor of this. It's a Snapdragon, Snapdragon 855 with 6 gigabytes of RAM. So that is at least decent. And the battery itself is a 3140 milliamps and 128 gigabytes of built-in storage, and I believe it has a expansion to 1 terabyte of SD card, but I'm not exactly sure. Haven't checked it, so I'm not precisely certain about it. So what else is there left? The resistance of the device, it comes with an IP rating of 68, which is dust and water resistant, so theoretically you can take showers with this device and go swimming, but keep in mind that resistant doesn't mean it's proof. So just as a, I guess, common misunderstanding of the resistance to water. And also I even when the device is resistant, so you can theoretically swim with it, I wouldn't necessarily do it. It still poses some damage to the device in the long term, so whatever seals you have, they will degrade because of the water and stuff like that. So have that in mind when you're dropping your phone constantly into the water or something like that. And what else is there left? So I guess there's a couple things that I would mention about the software itself. Now, Android is fairly stock with just a couple Sony apps. So for instance, you have the Cinema Pro right here, which is their I guess pro version of using a camera, and it gives you some additional options here. So I have resolutions right here. If I could select that. Let's see. For some reason I can't change it at the moment. Not sure why. But you have different resolution, different frame rates. I was messing with this before and I was able to change it, so not sure why I'm not at the moment. But you can see you have a decent control of a bunch of things here, so you can change the ISO, lens. So this changes which lens it uses out of the 3. So you have the ultra wide, and what was the other one? Ultra wide, and telephoto lens. And then you have the focus, which is so adjustable, and shutter speed. So you can change that up. So this is one of their, I guess, better apps, and also because it's a Sony device, it allows you to connect, at least on this one, connect to a dual 4 shock controller. So you can use the PS4 controller with this device, which I don't know if you ever tried, but other devices are, well, you can connect to them via Bluetooth, but it will not work. And on this one it will, because, well, it's Sony. And also allows you to play wirelessly your PS4 games on the device, so you can use the phone itself as a display. If I'm correct, you just need to log into their app and then connect to it. And what else is there? I think that would about sum it up with all the app system and just a brief overview of the device. So just as a closing up, I would say that this device is a little bit too expensive for what it offers. the cameras are great. The display is only 1080p. Wireless charging is a little bit, I mean not wireless charging, just the fast charging is a little bit slow. It's only 18 watts. The device is nice in hand, feels well built, solid, but still for that price tag, can go for devices that are, in my opinion, way better than this. So you primarily pay for the software that comes with it, like the Cinema Pro and a couple of the Sony specific features, like the calibration of the display for movies and things along the way. But if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.